So there's an old belief that it takes 21 days to acquire a new habit, and today is day 21 of Circuit Breaker. What new habits have you acquired? Hi everyone, this is Circuit Breaker Day 21 and thank you for sitting with me. Let's stay agile and practice meditation. So in this video, I will be sharing with you 3 ways to keep an agile mind. So for those of you who have difficulty doing sit meditation because of pains and aches after sitting for a while, I'm going to share with you how I overcome this challenge when I discovered these few techniques. So make sure you watch the video till the end. So while most of us are still struggling with working from home, some of us are already beginning to get used to it, and some experts are already worried about getting these employees adjust back to office when all this is over. I wonder, will we get a cultural shock on day 61 when we are finally released from this circuit breaker? The hum and buzz of the streets, the shopping malls, the trains and buses, will we wish that it was the peace and quiet that we once used to have? So human is remarkably adaptable and our mind is so malleable. We will resist change in the beginning but will adapt in order to survive. And some can adapt so fast that they can even thrive in this new environment, and that is staying agile. So what is agile? Well, agile is not just being flexible. You can be flexible and try to please everyone and do everything, but I think agility is even more powerful because it's flexibility with guts. And I'd like to share with you my personal journey on being agile, especially during this crisis. Well, number 1, keep experimenting. Agility is staying relevant and responsive to changes. And that's what I've been doing ever since this coronavirus just turned my life upside down. So instead of surrendering to the circumstances and stay still, I have been spending most of my time and energy to figure out this whole new world. And look, suddenly I've become a YouTuber. And secondly is to look at the bigger picture. Our subconscious mind is very capable of micro thinking, and that's how we get stuck and trapped in our own little miseries. So every day when I meditate, I will actually step back and reflect on this entire episode and the bigger picture of what exactly is going on. And I just remind myself that it's not just about surviving these 2 months, but in this whole new era that has opened up globally. So when I get into a larger space of my thoughts, I become less persistent in doing things the old ways. And the last thing I want to share with you is to be constantly conscious of the new challenges that you are facing mentally and emotionally. And mindfulness plays such a big part in this process. So instead of allowing the daily grind to just simply lead you on, always pay attention inwards and to the things that you have overlooked. So I always take stock of my thoughts and emotions at the end of the day when I wrap up with a meditation session so that I don't fall prey and get stuck in them. By recognizing the fear and anxieties and all sorts of emotions that I'm carrying with me, I will then be able to work on letting them go consciously and then allow myself to have the guts and courage to keep experimenting new things irregardless of judgments and failures. So staying agile has helped me stay afloat in this entire disruptions and in fact helped me discover new ways to serve my purpose. So don't let this 21 days or 60 days go to waste. Take a sit now and meditate to reflect on it all. Thanks for staying with me until now. Well, for this week, I'm going to change my meditation technique section a little bit by focusing more on the technical challenges that most people are facing when you're practicing meditation. So many students tell me that the biggest difficulty they face in meditation is in the sitting itself. It's either that they cannot sit long because the legs start cramping, the back start aching, and or the mind start chattering. All these are big blockers for them to continue on the meditation experience. So I finally found a very logical and common sense approach to solve this problem. And that's by doing warm-up exercises before the sit meditation to prepare your body and mind. And ever since I adopted this method, I have no problem sitting for a long time. So there are 3 favorite techniques that I usually use to prepare my body and mind for the sit meditation session. So breathing, tapping and tracing, and finally stretching. So breath work actually helps us ground ourselves by following the rhythm of our breathing. And by inhaling sufficient volume of oxygen into our body actually helps us open up all the blockages and create more space in our body to embrace the sitting process. The second one is tapping and tracing, and this is my favorite meridian energy path exercise. So by doing some tapping exercises, some tracing, we are able to unblock all these passageways where our energies are flowing. And finally are the stretches. So for example, right now, this is a full lotus pose sitting position. There are 3 joints and 1 muscle that is deeply involved in this posture. So one of them is actually our ankle, the kneecap, and the hip joints, and our inner thigh muscles. So all the stretches needs to be done to prepare all these joints and muscles to help them stretch and be elastic for the sitting time. And the next one is our neck, shoulder, and back. So we will do some stretches to soften and relax the muscle in these 3 locations. So there's so much that I want to share with you, but I know your attention span is just that little. So I'm going to share all these techniques across the next few days so that you're going to learn something new every day. And lastly, if you're still with me, I'd like to tell you that this Thursday, I'm going to have a live class finally for 45 minutes immunity booster sequence in Facebook. So I hope you'll turn on the notification bell and join me in this live class. So finally, I'm coming into this next new experiment. So I really hope you support me and join me in this journey. So I'll see you again. Have a good day. Take good care. Bye.